Brought to you by...
Stories don't always have to consist of grand arches that shape into larger-than-life concepts. Sometimes a stripped-down, simpler story can provide just enough to engage its audience and entertain the mind. For me, these simpler stories often give us more to enjoy. Keeping the idea so simple allows for our minds to expand the idea on its own and craft our own unique perspective on the events that we are being presented. Hello friends, and welcome back to another ETF short film review. After being violently pushed from a window, Mary wakes up in the hospital, almost completely paralyzed, trapped inside the prison of her own mind. Mary's only way to communicate is by blinking her eyes. She tries to warn the nurse that a sinister, inhuman force is trying to kill her. But when strange things begin happening around her, she realizes it may be too late to stop. Blink is the first short film to come out of Screen Gems. Screen Gems focuses on the development and production of horror proof of concepts and aims to collaborate with up-and-coming filmmakers to produce horror shorts with the primary goal of developing new original content into feature films. Under the direction of Spencer Cohen, we open in a state of confusion, hearing the muffled voices of doctors as we struggle to regain consciousness. Through the eyes of someone confined to a hospital bed, we are introduced to our protagonist, a young girl who has just awakened from a comatose state after some sort of accident. Visually, the film is presented with a dark and moody lighting that feels straight out of Insidious. Tones of blue make up much of each shot, and shadows control the majority of the frame. Small contrasts of warm light are seen in the background. The sound design of the film is impeccable, enhancing the dread of this living nightmare with the skittering of whatever entity is tormenting this poor girl. The interesting concept here is that we are trapped within this situation with a protagonist who cannot move or speak, or call for help. The entity itself is not one that we get to see in full, standing as a dark silhouette in the corner shadows. However, this doesn't matter, given that it's a threat to her, and the condition that she finds herself in are the real antagonists of the story. The camera work throughout this one doesn't try to aim for anything over the top, but keeps things simple and elegant. The dynamic between the nurse and Emily is brilliant, given that Emily cannot communicate what she is seeing, and the nurse is only trying to help her, remaining ignorant of the horrors surrounding them both. The beauty about concepts like these is that they leave so much room for the imagination of the viewer to take the ideas being presented and run with them. They allow for us to fill in the blanks about how we got into this particular moment, giving us a few context clues to go off of, and build up our own backstory, making for a highly engaging experience. These are the types of short films that I really like to see, so whenever I find them, I absolutely have to cover them here on the channel, because a lot of people overlook stuff like this, and these are, in my opinion, the types of things that studios should be seeking out to expand into features. I'm giving Blink an A+. Like most short films, this one ends on a cliffhanger, but the atmosphere and tone that it crafts throughout its short runtime are palpable to say the least. I honestly can't recommend it enough. That's going to bring this discussion to an end. If you enjoyed this video, please consider checking out more from ETF over on the main channel. If you want to give this channel a little more support, please consider subscribing over on Patreon. Every little bit helps this channel grow, and I am working on some fun exclusive content that is just going to be for our supporters. Until next time, stay safe, and thanks for watching.